So we're working on these cells here in row B. All these again are hard-coded. Now notice this would be for the major and the academic year. And we'll build it initially for accounting, but then we'll go back and add the indirect a little bit later. And in this case, we're looking at breaking folks in the 4 buckets. They have a job, they're going to graduate school, or they're doing both graduate school and work, or they're not looking. So notice that the job item here, the count, would exclude those that are also going to graduate school. So let's start here. We got to count ifs. Okay, placement table, and we'll do the major first. So that's again, right now we're working with accounting. We'll later use the indirect so that we can change the major as a value of 1. Then we'll do the academic year. Let me see if I can get this to stretch out a little bit so it's easier for you to see, or you could look up here in the formula bar. So close that off. Academic year would be 2015-2016, or B3. And I'll actually lock that in, since I may end up copying this a little bit later. Okay, and now we're looking for, do they have a job? So again, placement table, and square bracket, not curly bracket. And we're looking at, do they have a job? Okay, just hit tab there for that to accept, close it off. Is that a 1? And we do want to exclude those folks that have a job and are going to graduate school. So I will edit this. It looks like it's moved my cursor a little bit, so I'll just go up here and we'll do placement table again. So you maybe see it better up here in the formula bar. Okay, is that, let's see, we're looking at grad school. And just hit tab to accept that. And again, I do not want anyone that's going to grad school in this count. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. Here's what I'll do, but there's other ways it would work. I'll do a not equal to 1. Okay. All right, get a count of 51 there. All right. You pause if you need to look at that more closely. All right, so for the next one, graduate school, save a little bit of time. I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to copy it from the whole thing from the formula bar there. Paste it down here to get the exact same result. And we will edit this actually. So hit F2 to edit. In this case, we want graduate school but no job. So we'll change job, instead of 1, to not equal to 1. And again, not equal to is you've got greater than, or excuse me, less than and greater than together there, linked together. Okay, all that in quotes. And we'll change the graduate school, and I'll just go up here into the formula bar, maybe a little bit easier to see. And we'll change that just to a 1. So this would count all the folks in accounting through their academic year that do not have a job but are going to graduate school. And that's 35. Okay. Graduate school and work. We'll see if I can hit Control V just to paste what I had before. And I can, so that's what we had before actually. So we'll just edit that. And now in this case I want both job and school to be 1. So let's see, we've got job is 1, graduate school, we'll change that to 1. Okay, I've got 25 there. I'll hit F2 so you can see that right quick. Right. Then lastly, those folks that do not have a job and aren't looking. So we say that those folks are at their first destination. They've decided to take some time off. So we'll just build this from scratch. So equal count ifs, placement table, and again we'll do the accounting, and later plan to change that with to the indirect, and placement table, academic year, close that off, and is that equal to B3? And lastly, placement table, and there is a column that says no job, not looking. So hit tab for that to accept, and the square bracket there, and let's see if we can get that to show up. Oh, there we go, a little bit better. And is that a value of 1? And I've left something out. Let's see what I've got. Okay, I forgot to put accounting 1 there, so let me just go up here and edit a little easier to see what's going on up here in the formula bar. So I left out that should be 1. Okay, and I think we're good to go. All right, and that's 3, and we only have a sum here that is picking up. All right, and notice that should match up with this 114. All right, if it didn't, we would have a mistake. Okay, and now we'll do the looking for a job. For this last item here, a little more complicated. And my initial take at this was here. I've got, if you can see in the formula bar here, I've got accounting, academic year, and that they are looking for a job. However, if I look, I see I've got 114, which matches was up with here. But the 114 plus this value ought to add up to 123 before I actually do the formula. Just thinking about this for a second. Really, it could be that you've got folks that say they're looking for a job that are going to graduate school, or that have a job and looking for a better job. So a little bit of a nuance about what this might be in the data. What's meant for this to be is basically who isn't at first destination of the folks that responded. And we could just take a difference here, but let's do it a little bit differently. And I'll go up here and just copy one of these, make things go a little bit quicker. So I'll just copy one of those and paste it there, and then we'll edit this. All right, so we got accounting, we got placement. That is academic year, that's good. We'll get rid of this last part here. Okay, and what we'll do is say, okay, that they're not at the first destination. And again, how do we do not? Well, for a value that is numerical value, you put in both less than and greater than. In this case, we don't want it to equal 1, but they did respond, so we did get a response from them. So we'll do placement table and responded. Okay, and we do get the 9 there, and again, these two values, 114 plus the 9, should match up with the 123. If not, that would seem odd to folks, so that's the reason I decided to go with that, and I think that's pretty much what the folks were looking for that are using this report. And I believe all these are actually formulas already. Let me just look very quickly. I will change this to equal the sum of those above. And that's hard coded, so I do need to change that. Looking for a job, that would be percentage of the respondents, so we'll take the 9 and divide by, we can do this a couple different ways. I'll do it this value plus this value. Again, that should add up to 100%. We'll get rid of that.